Hello. So you might have heard of the new Skirk combos people have been talking about recently, and I'm planning to make a full guide on it when Skirk's banner drops, but these new combos made me want to try the dire Automaton with my C0R0 Skirk. The problem is, my Skirk is not very good. Now, I think Akasha is being really harsh with my build. I don't think it's that bad. I don't think so. But that's not gonna stop me from trying, and I've also heard way too many people say that you can't get both Scroll and TTDS on Sitlali in Skirk teams, which is not true, so I also wanted to show that. Anyway, let's get right into the run. We start by quickly using Escoffier and Farina's skills, timing Sitlali's skill to get a Hydro Scroll, and we immediately switch to Skirk to put TTDS on cooldown. Then when the timer reaches 1 minute 54, we use Skirk's skill, do 2 N2Cs to break the shield, and we start doing a few combos to deal some damage. Then we're gonna do the scroll rotation, so we use Farina's burst, then Escoffier EQ, and then we go back to Farina to do skill into 2 normal attacks, and this lines up the Hydro perfectly to get a Hydro Scroll on Sitlali and get TTDS as well. Then we start doing the fancy combos. It's written on the screen, you can technically get an extra N2 at the end, but I haven't been able to do it. And then we do something a bit weird. I sacrifice Sitlali's TTDS to use her burst early. The reason for this is that when we have Nightsoul in the team, we need to keep applying cryo really fast to prevent the boss from getting angry, and doing Farina EQ into Escoffier EQ would not apply enough cryo. Then I messed up the combo here. You're supposed to get an N5, I didn't get it. My bad, skill issue. And after that, the boss goes into the regular phase, so we can go back to doing the scroll rotation without having to worry about cryo application. But we do have to be careful to not let the boss break our shield, because it's a pretty big deal when you use Calamity of Eshu. Thankfully, Skirk dashes a lot, so even if the attacks don't line up very well, you can adapt her combos depending on when the enemy attacks, which I didn't really need to do here. Then we get another phase where we need to apply a lot of cryo, so we do 2 quick charge attacks on Skirk and then start doing normal combos again. We won't be able to do the last N5 at the end because we used some of our time for charge attacks, but we can still get a lot of damage in. And once again we have to keep applying cryo here, but TTDS is on cooldown so we don't care about using Sitlali last, so we just do Escoffier's skill into Farina's burst, and then Sitlali's skill into Escoffier's burst, before finishing the run with one last combo. Anyway, I hope this can help some people learn some Skirk combos or clear the Cryo Automaton. You can see my builds in the background here. Once again, I think Akasha is being really harsh with my build. It's not amazing, but it's not that bad. I actually used a lot of resin on this. But yeah, all of that to say that you shouldn't blindly listen to Akasha, because sometimes it's being a bit dumb. I'm pretty sure it doesn't even know Eshu exists, so it thought I had really low crit rate, but even when I replaced my crit damage circlet with a crit rate one, I was still barely top 20%. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it's super competitive, I don't really know. Anyway, that's it for the video, hope you enjoyed it, I wish you good luck on your Stygian clears and Skirk combos, and I'll see you in the next one, bye bye!